Hello. Okay. Welcome, everyone. I would like you to confirm if you can hear me. We are supposed to go live. I want to first of all apologize for starting late. We have this live show with Dr. Cosmos Maduka by 7 p.m. Nigerian time and 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We had a launch of our estate, the foresight visit of our new estate in Brookshire in Houston. So a lot of the guests took longer. So I apologize that we're starting a bit late. Dr. Cosmos was ready, as you know. But I had a lot of guests I needed to do away with. But welcome. How many of you were in last month, July, monthly Q&A with Dr. Cosmos Maduka? If you were at that version, kindly type I was there. If you were part of it, if you missed it, I can assure you, you've missed a lot. You can go to Dr. Cosmos Maduka's page and go over those amazing discussions we had. Today, we want to focus on business survival strategies in hard economic times. Okay, business survival strategies in hard economic times. How do you survive in seasons where the economy is difficult, things are a bit hard? And you and I agree that globally we have a difficult economic season globally. And we, of course, is more in some locations than some other locations, but it's more in Africa. And Dr. Cosmos will be addressing that topic today. How do you handle that type of season? What do you do in seasons like this? How do you strategize things in tough seasons like this? And that's what we are looking at today. And hopefully you can bring your questions around that topic. I also like I've always said, keep your questions around the topic per month so that we can focus on that topic for the month. I believe by the grace of God, in 1 year, we'll probably have touched almost all possible topics around business, and career. So let's try and focus on that topic. So business survival strategies in hard economic times. And that's what we are focused on today with Dr. You feel free to ask your question. You will see the question mark section. Just click on the question mark section and you will be able to type your question there. I'm only going to take questions that are posted in the question mark section. Okay? Because I won't be able to take any question outside of the question mark. I won't be able to take any question outside the question mark. So put your question at the question mark section, okay? So business survival strategies during economic hard times, at economic season or tough economic season. How do you handle situation? That's what we're looking at today. I'm trying to bring up Dr. Cosmos. I don't know what's happening with the network. He's unable to join. I don't know why. Maybe his network is bad or something is going on. I'll send him invite. Joshua, if you're there, I'll send him invite. I don't know why he's unable to join. Okay, finally. Ladies and gentlemen, we have I love to call him the sage, the business sage in the building. Please, can you straighten the camera? Let the camera be yes, beautiful. That's better. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Cosmos Maduka. Come on, everybody, put it together for him. So sorry, sir. We're starting late. We opened one of our estates here in Houston, and then we had a lot of guests, and I had to let them go. We've scheduled it even before we agreed on this time, so I had to let the guests go before I could join. But welcome to this month's episode. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, Stephen.
Okay. Welcome. Okay. So, guys, welcome one more time. Can we celebrate Dr. Cosmos Maduka as he takes the next 1 hour to help address business challenges, questions for this month, as he has promised every month, once a month, he has dedicated to mentor people on this platform to help address challenges people are facing. And this month we're looking at the subject of business survival strategies. Business survival strategies during economic hard times or during hard economic season. And that's what we're focusing on at the moment. I want you to tell us where you're joining us from, your name, and what city are you joining us from. So you're joining us from Nigeria, Lagos, US, so the city and the country. As you guys are joining us, tell us your city, tell us the country you're joining us from, so that we know. Abuja, we have someone from Abuja. Okay, you're welcome. Ipo Eze from Abuja. We have Lagos. Welcome. Shagamu, Ogun State. Welcome. Benin City. Welcome. Ibadan. Welcome. Abuja. Welcome. Lagos. We have Lagos. We have Abuja. Okay, you're all welcome and good to have all of you. We have Ghana. Ghana is here. Welcome from Ghana. Lagos. Asaba is here. Welcome from Asaba. Abakaliki Ebonyi. Welcome. Zeji from Aba. Welcome. Aberdeen. Okay, in the UK. Kaduna. Anedu from Kaduna. Welcome. Port Harcourt. Welcome. Mark from Singapore is here. Don from Singapore, welcome. Enugu, Istanbul, Imo State, Aqua, Zambia, Lusaka, Zambia, welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Let's get started. I believe Doctor has settled down. How are you, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Stephen. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. We thank God. God is good. God is good. We have Malaysia here as well. Welcome, sir. And thank you for dedicating this period once a month to mentor people all over the world. People are joining us from Canada, all over the world, Scotland. So once again, thank you for dedicating that time. My first question to you today will be, I just need you to talk about the current economic challenges. It's majorly global, but Nigerians are feeling the effects a lot more. And what is your first opening remark for people who are going through tough times in their business as a result of the economy? So let's start with your opening remark on that topic.
Well, Stephen, when we talk about business and life in general, it's more about our mental attitude, how we conceptualize issues and how we try to interpret them in our mind. A lot of us want life to be easy and believe that the best way to live life is to live in comfort. On the contrary, if you really want to make success in life, comfort zone is much of disadvantage because you never really grow or make progress in a comfort situation. So I simply say that the shortest way to success in life is full of trouble. If you find a route that is just straightforward like that, many times it doesn't lead to nowhere. So if you want to avoid trouble, you can as well forget about success. That is true. A very hard statement. But an average person want to avoid trouble. Your troubles are the things that help you to think. That's why they say that necessity is the mother of event. So when the going get tough, that's the way you think and make progress. And that's why in many times you find that children that are born in average family, there are very few of them that really take deep thought about life, because
Very true.
the way they grow is like money grow in a tree. That's where they are brought up. If they ask for 50 naira, 100 naira is given to them. If they ask for 100 naira, they got 1,000 naira. So they really never get to appreciate things in that way because they just don't understand it. But so it's about when life throws things at you and you refuse to accept it, you begin to think, how do I get out of this? So your problem actually are your opportunities. Your problems are your building blocks. Your problems are the thing that incubate you to greatness and success in life. That's why many children that are born in that, stay on the line. They never really take a chance in life. But life is made for you to take a chance on. And I can suggest to everybody that we are created to solve problems. You are not rewarded by the problem you cause, but you are rewarded by the problem you solve. Whether you are looking for a job or you want to work on yourself, you are a person. When you become successful, when you become a person of a value, when you deliver value to people, nobody want to hire you to help you. People want to hire you for you to help them. In other words, they want you to bring something on the table. There are value they're expecting from you to deliver to them. So, and that's why the worst thing you can do to yourself is to do nothing. So you need to constantly sharpen your skill, improve yourself. That's the way you prepare to take life and to take future. And you go out there looking for problems. Don't avoid them. Look for problems. And then find how to provide solution to those problems. When you provide solution to those problems, money will follow you. That's the only way I know how to make it in life based on my own experience. But we live in a society where we want miracle for everything. Miracle baby, miracle money, miracle just sleep on the bed and you wake up, money is falling, miracle, and you cross your leg, they even bring food on your table, you look for another miracle for it to enter your mouth. So, that's very unfortunate that people have grown to believe things like that. And you see those people talk from morning till night. At the end of the day, very few of them achieve anything in life because they're never willing to really apply themselves. We all come here loaded. Everything you need to succeed is already in you. So all you need to do is to look inward and begin to respond to that command of God that after he made man in Genesis 1:28, he used an active verb, be fruitful, command on a potential. I put something in you, bring it out. So when you live like that, it won't be long. You see yourself in a different world that you created by yourself, because you are made a creator and you will need to create things. I ask people, have they wondered why God never gave his children not even underwear? He didn't even give them underwear. He put nothing on them. But what they cannot do for themselves, God did for them. God created the earth. God created water. So God created the trees, but put everything in life and asked you to bring things out. When he created a man, he had clear thought what he wanted, to make somebody in his own image. When you do 5 things God asks you to do in Genesis 1:27 and 28, then you become like God. You have to multiply. You have to replenish. You have to subdue. You have to dominate. When you do those things, you become like God. Because God is person who call what are not as though they were. So when you apply yourself to that command on a potential that God knew he put something on you. So God created an animal, but he never gave his children a shoe, because he wanted Adam to see a shoe in the back of a cow. He wanted Adam to see a bed on a tree. He wanted Adam to see a table on a tree. He wanted Adam to see a cloth on a cotton in the wool. He wanted Adam to see a car on a tin oil in the mountain. And he never gave all of that to man, because he wanted man to add value. So, but man wants just God to make everything for him and then tell him he's like God, because God made everything for him. So he's created to enjoy. No, God created a man and a woman. When I say a man, the spirit of a man and a woman, to be a manager. God really is looking for a manager. And that's why he took his first son and put him in the garden and said, dress it. The difference between a garden and a bush is the order you keep on it. So if you leave a bush, it becomes a garden. And that's why you must not leave your mind empty. If you don't plant roses in your mind, a weed will grow in your mind. Your mind will become a forest. When you now decide to plant, you need to start getting rid of those weeds. You need to get them out. So you must not keep your brain empty. You must think actively. Keep it clean, keep it pure for vegetation, for plantation, so that things will begin to grow. This is what makes me a little different from other people, but it's not because I am more educated to anybody or better than anybody, but these are principles of life that we must learn. And if we learn it, the sky will be our limit to where we will go. So how solving problem can make you to be wealthy? I can suggest that every one of us is created to solve problem. And let's just say this very quickly. You are born to solve a problem, and you are God's response to the need he created. Every one of us, we are God's response to the need he created. He knows we are going to be here and that we are going to be able to provide that solution. I think I will leave it here and allow people to ask me questions, real question of life. Don't be afraid to ask any question, because the truth is that if you have determination and have the right mental attitude, God created success in every man. Last time I spoke with you, I simply explained that the truth is that God had destined us for success, but whether we make it to that success or not will be as a result of decisions that we take. We have to make a decision that that is truly what we want for it to become ours. And making that decision is not just enough to say, that's what I want, because when you truly are convinced about something, it leads you to action. You take action instantly, instinctively, that for that thing to happen.
Come on, guys. Can we celebrate Dr. Cosmos Maduka one more time for that introduction to our topic today? Remember, your questions should be sent to the question box. If you put in the chat box, we will lose your question. So there is a question box on your right hand of the screen. That's where to put the question. I would also love that your question be around the topic. I can see some of you asking questions that were totally out of the topic of today. And the focus of today is, business survival in a hard economic season. That's what so don't go into, conversation about his own personal business life, right? That's not the purpose of this monthly session. The purpose of this monthly session is a mentorship session by him to you guys, right? And I want you to invite other people. At some point, we're 200. Share this link. Invite a lot of young entrepreneurs, young people to come and learn. For me, I had to persuade him to do this so that he can mentor. He can, use this season of his life. Now, if you choose to go into certain topics, let him do it at his own pace. Not that you are asking questions that has no bearing to the topic. Okay, so please ask questions that has bearing to the topic. So I saw one question earlier where a young man said, due to the FX challenge, how did your business cope? Did you lose money due to the devaluation of the naira? And what is the strategy that you had to use to handle that particular challenge?
Okay, very simple. I didn't lose money. FX challenge is real. We are living in a very difficult economy, and we must all relate to it. This is the time to have an ego eye on liquidity, because liquidity is the key. This time we are living on it provide opportunity to default on your obligation. It depends on the kind of model of life you have chosen to live. If you are one who is a stickler to a commitment, you may need to inject additional funding into your business today, because the level of devaluation we have had limited the buying power of a lot of people. Take, for instance, somebody like myself that is in automobile business. If you want to get a Range Rover today, you need to come up with 450 million naira. So how many people are willing to spend 450 million naira? The price of Range Rover has not changed. It's just the naira devaluation had made it that value. So you begin to see where people will begin to think, do I really need to walk into a showroom and take a car that if I bring out the following day, I lost 20% of this value? Or do I talk to Stephen Akintayo to say, do you have a good property where I can put 450 million naira into? Those are the kind of things that we are facing, people like in my own industry. So you find where you have stock, but there's no buying power to offload those stock. And if your vehicles are consigned to you and you need to pay at a certain day, and the date of obligations are arriving, and you are not willing to tell a story, then you have to do something a little different from what you are doing before, because you have planned your business that sales you are generating will be able to accumulate enough liquidity to meet up with that obligation. So now you need to look for external funding to bridge the gap of that existence. So it is time also for people like me, or if you're in that kind of business, if you have property to sell, you need to put it in the market. And you don't have to wait till the due date of the obligations arrive, because you want to let your suppliers, your creditors know that regardless of Nigeria economy and in every time and circumstances, that you are a reliable organization to do business with, and you can shield them with the ups and downs of Nigeria economy. So, frankly speaking, to do business in a country where we are require almost 10 times the money to do it in a more stable economy.
Very true.
Compare if you are doing business in United States, in UK, in Dubai, in Japan, the amount of money you need to do the business here is 10 times higher, because there are many things you have to provide for.
Very true.
Of course, over a period of time, if this level of currency stabilize, people will get used to it. Those old stock will begin to sell. People will balance. But you can't tell your supplier he has to wait, that the market cannot accept. If you do that, you kill that relationship. You compromise it, and you may never get it again. So this is a truly a challenging economy. But all of us are not an import business. As this economy provides challenge, it provides opportunities. Because when it gets tough, that's how people also make money. In a difficult situation, opportunities are created for you to make money. And that's why I said our mental attitude is the key to what it requires today to survive. How do you look at problem? You throw towel, they overwhelm you, or that tough optimism that no matter what the challenge is, that you are equal to the task. That mental attitude that I can solve this problem. You don't panic, but you need to plan in a situation like this. Panicking is not the right thing to do, especially if you are in a leadership position, because you throw your entire organization into confusion. The time to show leadership is in a situation like this, to take out time and think, how do we resolve this temporal problem? Because if you mismanage it, you can create a catastrophe and the entire organization will come down. But if you manage it, it will be effortlessly like nothing happened. And that's where your skill of a manager is important. I think I'll leave it like this and then take another question. Maybe I'll help me to come back to clarify it.
Beautiful. Come on, guys. Let's keep celebrating our daddy for all these amazing answers to these amazing questions. Come on, help me celebrate him one more time. We, again, for those of you just joining, this is the monthly mentorship session by Dr. Cosmos Maduka. I happen to be the anchor every month, and the goal of this is to be able to mentor and help entrepreneurs and share in his own journey of over 40 years in business. And if you have questions, on the right side of the corner, you see a question mark icon. Click on it and type your question. It's also important to invite more people to join us, share the information, because this makes it easier. People can be in the comfort of their home and they are learning from somebody like this who has achieved so much in life and business. I can see a lot of your questions. I can't guarantee we'll answer all of it, but we'll do our best, as they come. So the next question is by the promoter, underscore the promoter. Please always put your full name and then you put your question, because the promoter is not your name. It says, how can one survive in these times in the face of solving problem? I see solving problem during hard times like this by going the extra mile. In this approach, is this approach sustainable? If not, how can I offer services or solutions that are sustainable for these current times?
Well, it's a little ambiguous. If you're a little
Yes.
bit specific, it will help me to answer in a accurate form. But let me say, everyone came to the earth to manage a problem, to solve a problem for humanity. You exist because you exist because you are the fulfillment of one of God's desire. You are here on assignment for your generation. I was born myself to solve a problem in the world. So I am not better than you. Neither are you better than me. Neither am I superior than you. The only difference is that I have found my problem, and my job, including what I'm doing now, is to help you find your own problem. You need to find that problem. You are solving a problem when you say, is it sustainable? So what kind of problem are you solving that you are asking whether it's sustainable or it's not sustainable? There are challenges in the time we are living in it, but this is the time to manage your business and have an ego eye on your capital. This is not the time to go, in spending galore. You need every cash you can find to plow back into your business to survive this critical time. Because in a time of devaluation, like we are in it, it reduces people purchasing power. Somebody who is earning 100,000 before is still earning 100,000, but his 100,000, what his 100,000 used to buy before, if people reprice it on the current exchange rate, it has become 180,000 or 200, so he cannot afford it. He had to downgrade himself to buy something a little bit lower. So those who had those products of 180,000, who 100,000 naira person can buy before, is beginning to find his stock. He's finding a product that usually sell 1,000 or 1 million pieces for him that only 5,000 people can buy, or only 50 people can buy. So he needs extra cash to be able to meet up with his financial commitment. Because if you mismanage your fund today, you cannot survive. But this problem is not permanent, it's temporal. So if you manage it, it's sustainable. But if you mismanage it, you can close shop in this position. And now, that's why I said it's an opportunity. Remember, business is a war. You are not the only person in the industry. So those who do not manage well, the person that manage well will vacuum their own business and continue to grow. So it provides them a growth opportunity. And those who mismanage are wiping off of the line. So as you are saying business was bad because you mismanaged, the guy that managed well is growing because he's also not only keeping his own business, but is filling in the gap of your exit. So his own business is growing. So it is the time that the ground are shaking and for consolidation. And some people grow much bigger in a situation like this, while some go under. So management is the key today, especially financial management. This is the time to be very strict on inventory control. You cannot keep excessive stock. You need to watch and see what the market, trend is going to be able to respond effectively and continue to maintain a market share, subject to the kind of business that you are into.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir, for that answer. Come on, guys, celebrate Dr. Cosmos Maduka for that answer. I will be doing something we've never done before. I will allow two people, I'll pull you up, and you ask your question directly. So for you to qualify for that, on your right-hand side, you will see the request button. And so you can request, I pull you up and you ask your question directly instead of just typing it. But I will take the next question that has been typed. This is from King David C. Innocent. And he's asking that as a small SME, how do I build a structure that can sustain my trading business of 200 million naira?
Very simple. David, I will encourage you to focus in the things you are doing. Give it your best of attention. Don't spend money on anything that is not business related. Work extra hard. I am convinced as an individual that anybody who truly desire and sincere to succeed in business will succeed. Subject to the kind of business that you are into, there are quite a number of people who are in a very, very good business, but they don't have all the cash that they require to grow that business. Frankly speaking, there's nothing wrong to ask people to put money in your business and make them a co-owner of that business. It's difficult. Quite a number of us don't want to do that. We want to hold everything for ourselves, so that, because we feel it becomes insulting when we said this person is my partner or the other person had put money into my business. No. Let me tell you how it works. If you have the idea, you have the knowledge, and you are sure you deliver, the knowledge you have can deliver superior returns compared to if the man has put his money in a fixed deposit or certain investment, then you can also make a demand from that person to say he need to put much more money to compensate for your seed capital. Your seed capital is your brain, the knowledge you bring into the business to make it successful. But sometimes it is better to say, let's do this thing for 1 year or 2. And you're able to prove to the person you know what to do. That's when you can begin to make some bargaining power, because he can see clearly that you are a gifted individual and you are very skillful in the things you are telling him to come and put money on. Remember, as an investor in the initial time, it is that person that is putting money into your business that is taking a risk, because all he had is to take your word for it and maybe the book you presented to him. It's only after 1 year or 2 he see on a consistent level, that you are delivering a superior return, you are doing much better than you have promised, then you can sit him down and say, for this kind of numbers that I'm delivering, this is what I expect in a way of compensation, or for me to be able to continue with this partnership, or that I would like to stay with on my own if I think the capital you have is enough to do that business. So that you have knowledge should be rewarding for you, but not until it is proven. You cannot charge so much for it. The person that is putting money in your business may seem to be doing you favor because he's taking a risk on you, on the supposedly knowledge you have tried to justify to him that you have the capacity. All of this that I'm telling you are the things I did before I registered Coscharis. Frankly speaking, I've been in about 4 different partnerships. I didn't start business and become Coscharis. My first business was with my senior brother. We worked together, and within 6 months, we differ in ideology on how to apply resources and progress. We parted way. I teamed up with another friend of mine called Edwin Uzochukwu, and we did partnership, and later the partnership between myself and Edwin was, come to an end. I teamed up with another friend of mine called Benson, and we run a company called C&B, Cos and Benson. At the end of Cos and Benson, I team up with a friend of mine called David Nwosu, and we form a company called Cos and David. It was at the dissolving of Cos Dave that Coscharis was born, and Coscharis was Cosmas and Charity. My wife's name, instead of calling it Coscharity, we've created a company, called it Coscharis. It sounds Greek. And that's the company that took me to the level that people begin to recognize who I am. These guys speaking to you, they not have formal education like many of you who have, that are listening to me have. But I have a different mindset. The way I think was different. I believe I will succeed if I follow principle and do the right thing. I started with 200 naira. My first loan, I borrowed, my first money I borrowed was African Continental Bank. 1,000 naira was what I learned from bank. You are laugh, some of you laugh over 1,000 naira I borrowed. They told me I have to turn over. I went to my store. I haven't sold anything. I went to the bank and paid 350 naira. The following day, I went to pay 150 naira because I want to turn over, so that if you create turnover, so bank can give you more money. But the more you are turning over, the more bank are charging you commission on turnover, interest. I was doing that to create before you know it, I find out that my 1,000 naira remains 750 naira. Bank has collected 250 naira out of 1,000 they gave me. I quickly sold the remaining thing I have and went and returned their 1,000 naira. Many people never believed me. If you know the building on 65 Adiola Odeku, I never borrowed money again from bank until I made that building, Coscharis Plaza, because I understood the need to generate internal revenue and plow it back into that money. When I made that building in Adiola Odeku, I was living in Ajegule. I was living on number 16 Olodi Apapa in Ajegule. So gratification is not what is important to me. I knew I need to build resources to be able to take the future. Today I live in Ikoyi, but I could have jumped out quickly and go and live in Surulere, and I may still be living in Surulere today in a very beautiful house. But I put money into the business and grow it. And it may not understand what I'm saying. You know, when you are successful and you are doing the right thing, people are going to talk about you in a negative way. People went and begin to say, I use juju to make money. And so that once I make a building, I will die. And the story filtered to me. I told people, why are you worrying yourself? If I finish making building and die, will I be the first person that make building and die? You know, but people who wanted me to spend so much money to come and live in Ikoyi or Victoria Island, I resisted it with everything that I have. And built my business to where I have the muscle that I now bought a property in Ikoyi, start developing it, and I never felt it one day. My business never showed sickness that I'm taking funding out of it. That's the greatest problem of the young generation, to know how to divide their gratification and plow resources back into what they are doing to create something in a meaningful situation that will give them opportunity to compete in a structured manner and have a competitive advantage. I don't know if I answered the question. God bless you.
Wow, come on, guys, give it up, give it up. That's very practical. Thank you so much for that. Tell us your name and your question. You are the first person since we started this series to have the opportunity to be able to ask face to face
Directly.
Dr. Kosos about the kind of question like this. So you are privileged. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen. I've been following you since 2020, the COVID year, and this is really, should I say, gold. Thank you so much. So I am Abel Okwo by name. I am a dentist by profession, amongst other things, and I'm also interested in leadership and entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So my question is with regards to business now.
Go
Since
ahead.
I discovered Dr. Maduka recently, though I've been hearing about Coach Charis and his business, but I think it's probably around 2023 that, and it's through Dr. Stephen that I got to like meet him and like, not physically now, like his content, YouTube, Instagram here, and
So what's your
I've really been
question?
blessed by listening to him. So it's about business. What are the foundations of building a business that lasts?
Okay.
The foundations now, regardless of the area of business, and what are the key foundations that people have to put in place? Thank you so much, sir.
Very,
Thank you for your
very simple.
question.
Yeah. The foundation of building a lasting business is self-belief, number one. Self-belief. One is that, do you really believe you are cut out for business? Because that self-belief will make you take some risk. Take, for instance, today, you are a dentist, you must have a good job. Nothing is wrong about it. It's good to earn good money, and as you improve on your job, they will improve on your salary. But I'm a great advocate that you need to look for opportunity to work for yourself. And what do I mean by that? Own the business that you are working on today like it is your own business, because it's a training ground for you. Do everything there like you own that business, that, you know, when the owner made a mistake, the first thing that will come in his mind is you, like how he wish you are there, because it's the same attitude you bring. He know you are a solution provider. Two things are going to happen. If you consistently do this and you are managing your resources very well, because God created a man as a manager of resources. Resources are not in plenty supply. They are depletable in nature and can easily be used up. you are setting some money aside. Because if you want to tell yourself, I want to start my own outfit, okay, you are a qualified dentist. You are doing exactly what you are doing, and you are giving some money out of it. But if you open your own outfit, you are going to look for clients. That's the first risk that comes in your mind. Will people patronize me? Isn't this too much risk to take? Won't I be closing door in the next 6 months? That's why self-belief is everything. So that first self-belief first is that I know what I'm doing and I am good at what I'm doing. But you are not going to go out there to start practicing what you are doing. The way you treat patients now, the attitude of your job will have created like, they will be so used to you that if you don't touch their teeth, they think nobody can do it well. That's the thing about doctor and patients. It's like lawyer and client. If you find somebody you believe in, even when he leaves the state, you want to go to the other state where he is to be able to visit him, because you are emotionally attached to him because he renders service. And that's why I said that money follows service. If you create that kind of service impression, it will come to a point that your boss will begin to recognize that you are not just a staff, even without you telling him that. But then, work respectfully. If you're able to now find the capital to set up, go sit down and discuss it with him. That, boss, thank you so very much. I really enjoyed the training you gave me here. I have really come of age, and I owe everything to you, because, to be truthful, all that I knew about this, I came out of school. You are the person who told me how to manage patients. You told me how to this. You taught me this. Make him feel, rigor. But I want to now go do something of myself.
Yeah.
If he's a real businessman, he will ask you, what are you going to do? You tell him, I want to go and set up my own dentistry somewhere else. He said, but is it that I'm not treating you well? He said, well, you are treating me well, but frankly speaking, I also have ambition in life to do something meaningful for myself. Then he can say, okay, will you be happy if we change the status here? Where you are 10% owner or 20% owner, but because I enjoy your working, I actually don't think you are just an ordinary staff. Of course, if he's somebody who is egoistic, he can tell you, go to hell, go and sell yourself in Balogu Market. You will crawl back and on your knee, come back here to beg me for a job, and I will not employ you. Listen, you heard I did 4 partners. One of my partners told me that I will come and beg him to take me back. I said, my friend, the salvation of Israel is not in anybody's hand. Maybe God wanted to punish me, and you've been protecting me all these years. You got to let me go so I can take the punishment. But perhaps if God had wanted to bless me, and you have kept me in this bondage for this year, you need to release me so that the blessing of God will come upon my life. This is true. I'm not making up this. I say this to the person. That's why I say self-belief is important. You got to be good in what you are doing. And if you are good in what you are doing, you believe in yourself. Nobody will believe you greater than you believe in yourself. So my foundation is self-belief. It's not just being arrogant self-belief. You got to be good in what you are doing, and you know it. And then you believe in yourself in that way. If that person do not recognize you and want to partner with you, if he's willing to partner with you, I will suggest to you to stay, because all you are looking for, there are many benefits you can get, because now you have opinion in the whole thing that is happening, and you are not just instructions are not dished out to you, you are contributing into the whole thing. It will save you a lot of heartache. You will ordinarily go and you become a partner and run the business together and become a shareholder. That's all you need. So, and ultimately, you are not a sole proprietor, because business, two people are always better than one. If you can find two good heads that are together, his only thing is that God didn't make mistake when He said Adam needed a companion, to bring him a woman that will be a helpmate. Why did the wife actually come in the first instance? It's to be able to, it's a help that is meant for Adam, because she's bringing value. She's going to give Adam companion. It's going to give Adam collaboration. It's going to give Adam cooperation. So that's what partnership is all about. The same way it goes in business. When you find a right partner, it's still better to have two people than one. So a lot of people don't like, why should I say this? But I teach entrepreneurial. I teach it even in my organization. And I tell people, work to be part owner of this business or to own your own business. Don't just work, because you sit down, enjoy salary. Your years of life is passing.
Yeah,
Salary is a medicine for poverty, but it never cured it. If you are in if you are diabetic and you are on insulin, you live a normal life. But any day the insulin is not there, your diabetes come back. You need a permanent cure. And if you're successful in ownership of a business, you cure that disease forever, because you are going to hire people who will help you also develop the way you did. I trust I have answered that question.
Yes, sir.
In my
Thank you
way.
so much, sir.
Thank you.
Grateful, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, you can exit now. Guys, unfortunately, I wish we can take a lot more questions, but time is not our friend. So we'll take just one more. How many of you have gotten value? If you really have gotten value today, can you just express your gratitude to Dr. Cosmos for creating the time, for adding this much value? We'll be back next month to take another, but we'll take one more question. Please remember, for those of you had questions we couldn't answer, come back next month. Hopefully, we'll be able to answer your questions. We have over almost 100 questions, but we can't answer all. Don Diamond says, as a businessman who is a clothier who has left business for a few years and who is ready to come back to do business again, what advice will you give him for him to succeed and take business to a bigger level, as he has dreamed to own clothing brand in the future?
The advice I will give him is to find out, why did he leave in the first instance? What challenge that overwhelmed him to throw in towel? I'm not saying he cannot come back, but you need to resolve it in his mind that you cannot really develop business without being challenged. And that was why I also advised the other young man to say, if your person you are working for acknowledge your skillfulness and decide to partner with you, don't insist to leave. Go ahead, provided the conditions are well spelled out and what you are. Support it to really show you truly believe in that industry, because at the end of the day, It's possible you are younger, and if you continue to be consistent and do the right thing, at his retirement, is going to hand over to you. So even it's, say, the CEO position you are looking for, you will still get it. But there's nothing like not just living purely only on salary, but that you earn something like another income from the dividend and the values of the company growing. So you need to ask, why did I live in the first instance? If it's challenge that I'm afraid of, am I making up my mind today that I'm going to, stay true to it? How to survive is to come back with a determination, and then also you can take time now and take inventory. Where did I make mistakes? Because there must be something that eventually made you to close shop. So how do you mitigate about those things? Some of them purely is lack of mentorship. You don't have somebody mentoring you, so you succumb to fear and throw in towel unnecessarily when you did not know to throw in towel. Let me be frank to you that every one of us who have been in business have been one time or the other challenged in life. I have. In 2011, I have a situation where liability of over $200 million was on my head, accumulating interest of 300 million naira on a monthly basis.
Wow.
I could have, if I mismanaged that, Concerns would have been worse story. It would have been one of worse. It will not exist. But I managed it. So that's why I said that self-belief, tough optimism that no matter what the situation brings across me, I will stay true to this. But each of those challenges are building block. They are things that are going to catapult you to where you are going to be. In real life, you are never promoted until you overqualified. And never ever think you get to any place in school of business you have graduated. No, nature has a way to write you a new subject when you have passed the one that you are in it, and you need to start studying it. So life in itself is a big school. So even till today, I am studying, I am improving. There are things I am noticing I should have done better. And I look back today, I say, so nobody starts from day one and master it. So it's a progressive achievement. It's a journey. So it's a consistent journey. What matter is your consistency, your staying power to be able to overcome all the storms of life and challenges that give up. So you need to take inventory. Why did I throw towel in the first instance? Am I willing now? Can I mitigate against them to come back now to take on things? Because many times we tell about success story. It's like we were born and everything we touch was American wonder. No, it's not true. It's not true. But the excitement is part of those things, those challenges that throws around you, that you overcome to become where you are. So that's truly what it is. And I will advise you to come back if you believe this is your calling. Come back with determination. Unfortunately, if you already have a family, it may be a little bit more challenging and difficult to do. Many times I advise people, when you are single, it's time to take some of these chances. It's like when you are a young age, you can break your leg easily and it heals quicker. You don't want to stay at 60 and taking some risks that can break your leg, because you may stay in a POP for 1 year or two, but instead of 3 months or two. So there is if you are a younger person, take risk now, take action. Don't sit back and wishing things to happen. Stop procrastinating. Take a chance. make mistake, those mistakes are not writing you off. They are things that are going to come at the history of your success, a stories that you will tell. I got married when I was 19 years plus. I started caring for myself at 15. I had plans. Not all of them work exactly the way I planned, but I work, I come back each year checking where am I to where I want to be. You know, the vision, the goal, the picture I painted for myself, and I retune them and recalibrate that, okay, I made mistake here, this is the way to go. But I have been consistent. That is what the whole thing is all about. And that's why I have story to tell you. Some of you listening to me may be in a worst of your lifetime today. Let me talk to you. Don't throw in towel. The guy talking to you today, landlord had kicked him out of his store. I didn't have a place to go the following day. Landlord had kicked me out of my home, locked me out. Because if you are owing landlord today, I speak to you that same God who were with me to overcome the landlord locking me out, and the man lived to see me become, we live to see you become
Amen.
successful. But you got to believe it and take
Amen.
action. Okay?
Amen.
You got to do something that will people will see determination to survive on you. I'm not telling you a tale. I'm not good. I didn't go to any school. It's not about education. When the ship gets down, I took a weighing scale somebody gave me during my wedding time. Because when you are starved to death, you will become innovative how to eat. I went to Nkwonewi at the market, drop scale on the ground, line people up. They were crying, and I was collecting 10 kobo from each of them.
Wow.
And people were laughing, but I was making money. Anything I can do legitimate, but not to steal and make money, I will do it. Not that I will do, I have done it. People will see that level of determination in you. It's infectious that this person do not want to fail. This person determined to succeed. And that's why I tell young people, don't steal, but if you need to carry shit to make money, please carry shit, because money doesn't smell shit. When you never give anybody money, say, did you carry shit? I take it back. I don't want it. This one you carry it from shit. Anything legitimate that is godly, you will do to earn money. I encourage you to do it. People around will see you, they will respect you. You have one life to live. With that time of determination and consistency, over a period of time, you will break through, and people will see. Those who laugh at you will live to see you, and you will be able to do them a favor. God bless you.
Come on, guys. I want to see all the emojis, all the signs to show appreciation. Because again, I mean, you are not paying for this. This is worth $10,000 if he's to charge for this, but for free, you are learning, and you could see the passion he's using to talk. You know that this is just a father who just wants to give back. Thank you, sir. Like I always say, on behalf of my generation, we thank you for this that you're doing, and we're not taking it for granted. And we value this, and we know that this is what we need, because this conversation has given people hope. This conversation has given people clarity. A lot of entrepreneurs can go back to their business. A lot of people who are scared of starting business are ready to go back because you created this time. So thank you, sir. We're grateful. We're happy that you've dedicated once a month to be doing this. I know a lot of you are asking questions about mentorship. He cannot do one-on-one mentorship. This is the equivalent of the one-on-one mentorship he's doing now. So follow him on the page. I see a lot of you asking questions about the late Ifa Uba and the business they had. There is a video on his page where he addressed that relationship. So this monthly meeting is not for that. There's a video on his page official Cosmos Maduka, that's the page. Go and like it, follow the page, scroll down. Every day there's a video on that page. There's a motivational quote on that page. There's a lot of content that is inspiring, but there's also a video there that address his relationship with the person in question. So this conversation is not for that. And a lot of you just want him to always talk, and you ask this question over and over and over again. Also, he will be live with me here in Houston on 20th and 21st of September, the Global Wealth Festival. It's going to be a great conference. It's going to be hybrid. So if you are not, you can't come down to Houston, you can watch virtually. The website to register is www.stevector.com/GWFUSA. GWFUSA, www.stevactel.com/GWFUSA. Some of you are asking about Dr. Cosmos' books. He has written a couple of books. We will work with the team very soon to probably put the book on Amazon. And maybe next month we'll announce the details how you can buy the books he has authored on Amazon. Also, some of this recording at some point, I'm hoping we will turn it to create a website and turn it to like an e-learning platform where people can go there and we'll have, that's why we are always picking a topic. So by the time we have a lot of this kind of content, you'll be able to see topics that address different subjects. Like next month, I'm hoping we'll address the subject of employees and apprenticeship. Hopefully that was the topic we'll address next month. So a lot is coming up, trust me, from the table of Dr. Cosmos to make this more robust than it is right now. Yes, sir. You want to say something, sir?
No, just to thank you, Stephen, for the platform. Like I said to a lot of young people, I'm 65. I'm going to be 66 in December. I gave life my best. I'm still giving it my best, but we want to use the rest of this life to, as a fertilizer to, jumpstart the young generation. All I ask my followers is to have the right mental attitude. Not go out there and follow other people. You must be determined to make a difference in life, that this generation will know you passed through it. There is something you are equipped from God to give your generation. Please let us recognize you. Let us notice you. Don't pass us by. Stop procrastinating. You are going to do it, and take the gift God gave you for mankind in your grave. Supply it to us. Give it to us. There are things we need to learn from you. There's no ungifted individual. Every man that come here on earth come equipped from the Almighty. That's why your color of eye is different. Your fingerprint is different. There is something you are bringing to the equation. Just discover that gift you have. That's where your success lie. That's where your money is hidden. That's where your fulfillment is. Just believe in yourself, that you come here equipped and that you count. You are not surplus to equal. There is something you are bringing on the table, and that is for mankind to benefit from. God bless you.
Come on, guys. Celebrating one more time. Thank you, sir, once again. Those of you who said the link isn't working, send me a DM and we'll get you the right. My team is ready to give you the right link. Those asking for when is the next date for next month, You see, Dr. Cosmo is busy. He will give us the next date in due course,
We,
and we
we
will do a
we
flyer
did the
to
last one.
announce
We did the last one on the 10th of
August,
July. We did this
July.
one also on the 10th. We will watch and see what it is. We'll announce it much earlier. So you have to stay on course checking to be able to link in so that it doesn't take you on a surprise. But we've decided to do this once every month. If it works well, if we can maintain that 10th, we will do so. But I cannot guarantee that for now, but we'll always put out the date, when it gets closer. So just be on the watch out if it's something that you benefit from and you want to continue to benefit from. So you have responsibility to follow up.
Beautiful. Yes, he's on YouTube. He has a YouTube page. So go and follow the YouTube. It's still the same handle, Official Customs Maduka. Subscribe to the YouTube. He's also on Facebook. We're trying to verify the Facebook. The Facebook is not yet verified. But if you check it, you will know it's the original one because we're consistently posting every day. He's also on Twitter and LinkedIn as well. So you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Okay, so guys, thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. We love